Sivaya Nama Tiruchitrambalam. Welcome back to our discussion on the 9th Thirumurai, 11th Thirupathikam and the 8th verse. The verse goes this way, Tiruchitrambalam. என்னையுன் பாத பங்கயம் பணிவித்து என் வேளா முருகனி எழி வந்து உன்னையன் பால் வைத்து எங்கும் எஞ்ஞான்றும் ஒழிவர நிறைந்த ஒன் சுடரே முன்னையன் பாசம் முழுவதும் அகல முகத்தலையாக தமர்ந்தெனக்கே கண்ணலும் பாலும் தேனும் மரமுதமும் கனியுமாயினியை ஆயினையே. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். Today's verse cannot be thought about as an individual phrase or a verse. It must be linked with the 7th verse. Basically, in verse 7, what we spoke about was Lord Shiva is there as a cinder, like a fire, but not in the full form of a fire, but just as a cinder. And what we have to do is, using Thirupathikams, we have to blow the fire in within us. What will happen when this glows, right? When the fire comes up, what will happen? That is what verse number 8 is all about. Lord Shiva comes out. Once he is ready, as in once we are ready, he is going to take us as his disciple, as his devotee. Being his devotee is not something that we are doing or something it doesn't come with our own effort. It all comes in only by Lord Shiva's grace. He is the one who can make us surrender to him. He is the one who can take us as his devotee as well. So once the fire within us, as in Lord Shiva within us, is visible, we are able to realize that and relate with that. That is where he will start glowing within us. Once this starts happening, our bones also will start to melt. It's not so easily, it's not going to be happening so easily. It's not going to happen overnight, but it happens only with his grace. In the earlier one of the verse, we already said, the stone is looking at, our rock is looking at our heart, and it is making fun of us, and it is laughing at us, saying that I am even more softer than your heart. Now that kind of a heart has become more flexible, and it is filled with love towards Lord Shiva. So our bones also had started to melt. That is what verse number 8 talks about. And when our bone starts melting, as in not literally, but when we talk about emotionally, when we start that kind of a surrender, we can achieve Lord Shiva's feet. And once we do that, the Arnavam, Kanmam and Maya, the three entanglements that is there for a soul, is going to be burnt out. Once that is burnt, it's much easier for us to start realizing the blissful state. And he tries to explain the blissful state. He says, it looks like a sugar cane juice, it looks like a fruit, it looks like a milk, it looks like honey. Then end of the day, he's exhausted with all these examples, and he says, okay, whatever is called as sweetness, you are there. Lord Shiva is sweet. Sweet that we cannot express in words. More than whatever we can think and relate. That is what blissful state is all about, and that's what is explained in verse number 8, which means all we have to do is start relating with Lord Shiva, who is not anywhere else, but he is within us. You don't need to search him outside. All we have to do is just relate with him. He is within us. Once he starts glowing within us, we will be able to achieve the blissful state that we are all thinking or imagining about. I'll come back again with the next verse very soon. Until then, Sivaya Nama Tiruchitrambalam.